Sky Squad, we are back in the building, baby. Back in the building, and we have got to talk about some news regarding Kandi. Kandi Burruss of Escape. We can no longer say Kandi Burruss of Real Housewives of Atlanta because we got some tea on whether or not she will ever return to the show. But we also got to talk about this episode of Unsung, baby. Did y'all happen to catch it? Let me know in the chat if you guys caught the episode of Unsung last night. Shout out to Don Juan for directing and producing the episode. That is major right there, baby. We're also going to be talking about a little bit of a Real Housewives of Atlanta / Love and Hip Hop Atlanta crossover, baby. Things are getting quite messy and interesting. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. If you are following or listening along with the podcast, make sure you guys are following us on Apple and Spotify podcasts. Also, be sure to like this video if you like reality TV related content, baby. Smash that like button. Put your finger upon the like button, baby. Let's get into the biz naive. Okay, so if you guys happen to catch the episode, what you will know is that Kandi suspects former Escape member Latocha Scott stole her diary and leaked details about her private relationship with Jermaine Dupri. Now, baby, let me tell you something. This is why the people say if you got a secret, you better not tell nobody but God, okay? Can't even write things in your diary, baby. In your diary. Can't even, Lord have mercy, somebody could, listen, now this is my thing. Journaling is amazing, right? I feel like everybody should journal. I love a gratitude journal. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, and that's also a good way for you to manifest things, right? Maybe you can manifest something in your life, you know what I'm saying, that you want to have happen. But when you start writing about the things that are happening, especially with you and people that you know, that's when your diary becomes a liability. And we're about to talk about exactly how. Now, shout out to our friends over at the Jasmine brand for providing us with the visual. Make sure you guys run over to the Jasmine brand's new page, the Jasmine brand 365, and follow and support. Okay. So in this one particular segment, I didn't even know, to be honest with you, that it was a real thing that she had been with Jermaine Dupri in that way. So I'm like, oh, I thought that was just alleged, right? So apparently, this is how it all went down. Okay, this is how it kind of came out within the group. Now, Kandi lets us know that she had told Tamika and Tiny the tea. She had confided in them because they were all a bit closer, right? And this is, I think, probably nearing the end of Escape, or at least, if you look back on Escape, you kind of feel like looking back, they was always coming to an end at some point or another, right? Based on what we now know. Anyway, apparently during it was a double video for a video treatment. So a double video meaning, like, you know how when you have one song and it kind of leads into another, that way you get the bang for both bucks, right? So she says it was double video. That's when her and Jermaine first connected. But she says when they were around people, you would not know that they was together. So they was keeping it on the low. Who can I run to in the privacy of their own dwellings? Okay, running to each other. She says they were cool and friends when they was out in public, but when they were in private, that's when you're my little secret. Okay, that's what they was. So anyway, so apparently, like I said, she had confided in Tamika and Tiny. And Latasha, won't nobody telling her their secrets. So apparently Kandi also shared these details with her diary. Girl, listen, okay. The diary is a liability. I swear to God. I swear to God, it is a liability. I know if you guys got your journals out there and you want to talk about your day, let me tell you something. Talk to yourself. Talk to your therapist. Talk to a friend, baby. Because don't tell a friend. Tell your therapist because they obligated to keep your secrets unless you break the law. Okay. Anyway, so somehow the diary went missing. Okay. Now Kandi says she suspects that it was either somebody, Latocha. Now let me put the alleged badge up here because I don't want no smoke with nobody for saying what repeating what I just heard because I didn't listen to that particular clip twice. I'm gonna put a clip from the episode down in the description down below so you guys can get this. The episode is good. You can get a lot of extra tea if you want to. But what I will say is listen to this. So anyway, so apparently Kandi had wrote down in the diary that Tiny had confided in her about hooking up with somebody she wasn't supposed to be hooking up with. Now, so I'm like, dang, Kandi, you should have kept that to yourself too. But now you done ran and told your diary. Listen, Kandi, y'all, y'all, if you tell her a secret, her diary gonna know about it. Okay. So anyway, apparently it comes up in a group argument that, oh, Latocha basically says, oh, I know about your situationship that you got going on with Jermaine Dupri. He ain't your little secret no more. Okay. Then she also apparently looked dead at Tiny and said, allegedly, and your little secret ain't no secret too, because I know who you've been hooking up with that you ain't supposed to be hooking up with. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Before she went on to singing the church music, okay? Yo, that Latocha Scott is something else, basically. Let me tell you something. Y'all know something. When I watched R&B Divas, if knowing what I know now, I need to go back and watch that show again because Latocha seemed so quiet and chill on that show, didn't she? Little did we know she was allegedly raised in sand. Okay. Where is Tamika's $30,000 plus? Okay. And where is Tiny and Kandi's diary? Now we got a couple of mysteries that we need to solve. Kandi's diary missing. Ain't no telling where the pages of that thing dwell. It's gonna turn up on eBay at some point. Then, it's gonna turn up on an Amazon Live. Lord have mercy, Kandi gonna be on an Amazon Live. Somebody gonna chime in the chat and say, "Girl, I got your diary. I bought it off of Etsy." Woo! So that's the tea with that. Also, Kandi was doing another interview. Her and Tiny making the radio rounds. Where Tamika be at when they be doing these things? She be like, I ain't got time for y'all. Maybe she in the background. I just can't see her in this cut of the morning hustle. Shout out to the neighborhood talk. Anyway, basically, the clip is really about, Kandi defending Kenya Moore being fired from RHOA. Well, was she fired? Yeah, they say she was fired. That's what the people say. It's not me. So anyway, Kandi is like in defense of her campaign for Kenya. And so she says, when did the people decide what the line is? Y'all just making new rules. If I was the lady, Brit, basically, I would have just said, I'm married now. My whole days is over. But let me say this. If you are on a photograph or a poster board or a billboard with your mouth open, wrapped around a Coke bottle or whatever it is, allegedly, I don't know that that's just going to be easy for you to be like, yeah, my days is over. I mean, you know, everybody got a past. I will say that. But I mean, I can't just say I'd be like, oh yeah, those days are over. If you could please etch the memory of this moment from your mind, I would really appreciate it, everybody. Her and Candy's thought was, well, production, it was, she says this. She says, well, it ain't like production said cut. And I'm like, how you know they didn't say cut? How do you know what happened? Did Kenya tell you what happened? Because you know more than we know. That would have sounded like. So anyway, let us know. Is it in your Candy? Is in Candy's diary. Lord have mercy, it is in the diary. I know Candy done wrote about this in that diary. You're my little secret. Not anymore. Okay. If you find it, if y'all be on the lookout for Candy's diary, I'm swear somebody is selling it on the eBay. Anyway, because whoever stole it might have put it up for auction. Make a little coin from it. That is not funny. It is not funny. Lord have mercy. Maybe I hope somebody burned the diary. No, then all Candy's memories gone. Oh. So anyway, this is the tea that I really wanted to talk to y'all about. Okay. Mind you, see, when I do fewer videos, y'all, I have time to rest. And when I have time to rest, I'm fresher. You know what I'm saying? I'm refreshed. Okay. So me talking about this news right now is more fun to me because I ain't in no, I ain't racing to do video all day, Anyway, I digress. Let's listen to what she had to say on the radio. We're not gonna listen too much. We're gonna do the appropriate style clipperization because I just want you to hear this.
Like, gone and do
but it's more like
thing.
A pause, right? Like
I don't really have intentions of going back.
Okay.
So
Kandi not going back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. She is done. Finito. Goodbye. Sayonara. Later. I bid you adieu. Good day. Thank you for your services and good night. Okay. That was my last scene and season. All right. So now that we know that, I will let you guys fight it out about whether or not, Kandi is. I don't know how I feel about what she's saying about the whole Kenya situation. I like Kenya more. I don't like if she did what they are saying. I don't like that. And I just don't think that there's any reason for it, right? Like if somebody's coming at you, like keep it. I mean, you don't have to like show, photos that even maybe they are out there. It's just in poor taste. I mean, and I don't understand why nobody's saying that. But Kandi did say this. She said that she wishes production had handled it differently because she wishes that because she was like, they could have just never shown it. Well, duh, they were never going to show it, to be honest with you, because if somebody's lips is wrapped around a Coke bottle like that, the network is not going to show it. This ain't Cinemax. This ain't OnlyFans. Okay. So it's not like, I mean, and I don't know, but I was about to say if it did happen, maybe, sell it on OnlyFans. I don't know. All I know is I'm tired of talking about it. All right. So in the spirit of that, let's talk about something else. Okay. Something actually even more exciting and weird. Okay. But this is what we're going to talk about. This is some wild stuff right here. How does Sheree always find herself in these situations with these reality TV men? Okay, so Sierra Gates is calling out her ex, Eric. Remember, she was married to Eric, right? For like a hot minute. She says that Eric has been stalking her while she's in her new relationship, which we will see, I'm sure, on the new season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. But she says you're calling me out. You're stalking me. She's alleging this, but you are in a relationship with Sheree. I swear to God, if I see Sheree on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna watch it because I mean, why not? Listen, spread the love. Anyway, she says, you got a whole housewife and you acting classless. So this is what's going on. So apparently he is posting photos of Sierra, and he posted and said something like, I'm happy my old business partners are getting money, my ex move on, and I'm winning. God is so good. I can't tell who that is in the first photo, but anyway, then I don't know if that's him and Sheree or if that's supposed to be him and Sierra. I really can't tell because it's too small. But anyway, he then goes on to say this in the next one. I guess this is now a photo of Sierra, and it says, thank God I dodged a bullet. 30 on the 30th. She moved fast AF. So Sierra then posts this and says, can y'all please tell Eric to leave me and my fiance alone? He continuously posts pictures of me and my fiance. It's embarrassing and it's so crazy. I just want to be left alone. He's in a whole relationship with Sheree. You got a whole housewife and you acting so classless. At her house, at the pool party, posting pictures of her pool inside of her house, being a groupie that he is, seeking for attention, looking for a way to get on TV from a successful woman. How you at your girl's house bothering me? Leave me alone, bro. Like, take it like a G and move on. Now, one thing she did get incorrect here is that Sheree is not on the show no more. Unless she knows something that we don't know, and Sheree is being asked back mid-season, circa her argumentation with Britt Edie, right? So if you look on here, this, I guess, is the video in question at Sheree's house, allegedly. Okay. I don't know, because I don't know what the inside of her home looked like. But I'm assuming that this would be it based on what the Neighborhood Talk has posted. And shout out to the Neighborhood Talk for this. Now, let's go on. Okay. Now, this is interesting to me because it is given what Sheree and Martell gave, right? So Sheree dating Martell, when the questions on everybody's lips were, A, was he actually even over Melody when he was trying to walk her? Remember, he was trying to walk her to her car and stuff like that. Then it was stuff still going on, I believe, allegedly, maybe with the young lady that he cheated on Melody with. And so it's kind of giving a similar situation based on what we have seen before. And it'd be like, Sheree, like, this is no disrespect to the Eric person, but it's kind of like this. If you in a new relationship or you dating somebody new, why are you posting anything or doing anything regarding or talking about your ex? Those are thoughts that you think in your mind. You don't post that on social media. You don't post that, oh, I got a whole ex on social media that I'm glad she doing well. I'm glad I dodged a bullet. Meanwhile, you dating somebody else. That makes no sense to me. And I don't understand why somebody grown and adult in their 30s is doing that. But let's go ahead and look and see what he got to say, because he got his own commentary on the situation. Excuse the language, excuse his French in the video.
A car deal from my old business partners who I actually put on with my old company, who we beefing about. We ain't even beefing. I ain't gonna say beef. But, you know, we solved our differences. We don't fuck with each other no more. It is what it is. And obviously, cool. It's 20,000 dealerships in the United States. Why go to my old business partners who, you know, we had issues with to go buy a car and then tag me like you're doing something big? I just said, congratulations. You have every right to get a car from whoever you want to get a car from. If I'm doing all this stalking and all this shit that everybody's saying, right, which is not true, how does anybody know who I'm dating or who I'm fucking with? That don't even make sense. That don't even make sense at all. I've never been in a public relationship prior to this one. I wasn't on a major platform, a network as far as TV. So yeah, it comes with a lot with the internet I never used a woman in my life. I'm a real man, a real boss. 30 years old, born 1993. I'm a pillar provider and a protector. It was more or less about a car deal.
So if you're asking the question, how does anybody know who you're dating? It might be right here. It might be this video here. Okay. That might be it. I don't know how Sierra knows who you're dating or what. Maybe the streets of Atlanta just be talking and everybody know everything. I really don't know. But what I do know is if you are in a new situation, and this is probably just a life lesson for everybody. So I would like for you guys to listen. If you are in a relationship, a healthy, happy relationship, it is probably best to not lament or to dive back into the archives to shade, subliminal, or any of that stuff with regards to somebody that you used to date, specifically if they were on television, because what we do know is the internet will pick it up and they will automatically assume that that is exactly who you are talking about. You could avoid so much drama in your life by just not posting. I mean, it's that. So when I see these grown adults in these situations, my question would have to be is, do you want the attention? If you want the attention, that tells me that you might be angling for a spot on a show or something like that. Otherwise, I feel like as a grown person, we as grown people know what to post and what not to post. That's just what I choose to believe. And I have to believe that when you are in the public spotlight, if you know that people are watching you, then you're posting things that look a certain type of way. Granted, people can put two and two and two and two and two and making people can put 10 on 2. I know that again, because we would do that all the time. All right. But when you give us the ammunition to do that, it's kind of like you obviously want that attention. So it's going to be talked about. So if you are trying to move on in peace and away from a situation, it's probably best not to be posting about that person in order to do that, right? Because otherwise you're just drawing more attention to yourself and you're dragging yourself into drama. And it never ceases to amaze me how adults, how grown adults continue to do those types of things over and over again. When you're on the show, I get it because you kind of are bringing everybody into your drama so that they watch the show and they watch it play out on the show. So one could argue that that is Sierra's motive. Typically, when things like this happen, that's an argument that could be made, right? I'm not mad at it because I understand the business. But if you're not actually on the show, and I don't know that Eric will be on the show or not, we won't know until it airs. But, that's just my thought, okay? Unless he wants the world to know that he's with Sheree, okay? Now, that might get you somewhere further. I don't know. Maybe that'll get them on a marriage boot camp. Who knows? But that's just my thoughts. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all thinking. And I will, of course, catch you guys in the next video if there's anything to talk about, okay? Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell button, like this video if you like reality TV related content. Make sure you guys are following us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And with that being said, I will catch you, of course, in the next video.